Hey, welcome to Math 0092. My name's Jeff Hamilton, and I get to be your instructor for this course. I thought I'd put together just a quick little video outlining some of the things that are in the course outline. It's not all of it, but I think I'll hit the major parts. Hopefully at the end you'll be able to talk about administrative info, where, when the classes are, find out where the outcomes are, list a few resources that are available to you, figure out how you're going to get marked and evaluated, and then see some expectations. To begin with, here's some administrative info in the course. So here, my name's Jeff Hamilton. Whoops, my office number is right there, T2242. Also, here's my cell phone number. Feel free to call me or text me whenever you want if you have some questions. And my email address is there too. It might be small. It's jeff.hamilton@lethbridgecollege.ca. I don't really have official office hours, but if you text me anytime, we can set up an appointment for us to chat, or if you have questions on something that I can help you out. The chair of the program is Scott Liebauer. There's his info. And the boss of our center is Dr. Sandy Vandenberg. Both are great folks, and they'd be happy to help you out with any questions you have about this class or anything about our program. The class is going Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Monday, Wednesday, it's for an hour and 50 in Andrews 1722. And on Friday, we're just there for an hour or 50 minutes in Andrews 1751. I think that's about all for that section that we need to know. Okay, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to call me too. In the course outline, you'll see the outcomes that we have. There's some basic general review or mathematical concepts here, but then down here we start getting into the topics that we'll look at. So rational expressions, exponential functions, logarithmic functions, polyfunctions, trigonometric functions, lots of different kind of functions we'll look at. Okay, so that's sort of the topics that we'll be looking at. Through the semester, I'm going to encourage you to do lots and lots of math. I firmly believe that practice makes perfect with math, and you need to do lots of it. And so I encourage you to do that and be committed to do that. We'll certainly have some lectures in the class. We'll maybe have some group work and demonstrations. There's also lots of online resources and activities that you'll need to be doing. The required book that you need is this one by Beecher, Penna, and Pittenger, Algebra and Trigonometry, the 4th edition. If you have the 3rd edition, it's a sort of a tealish color. This one is sort of a purplish, maroonish, I don't know what the color is. Anyway, if you have an older version, you can still use that. Most of the concepts are the same, but there's some chapters or sections that are numbered differently. So if you have the old book, let me know and I can maybe help you guide you which sections you need to look at. You do need to have a scientific calculator. If you have a graphing calculator, that works as well too. And also required is that you have access to the online resources in Canvas, which hopefully if you're watching this video, you've been able to log in already. Other learning resources that you might come in contact with. If you look at anything in that Canvas course, there's lots and lots of resources there, including videos and quizzes, links to other information elsewhere, links to the textbook website. But also, if it works for you, go on to YouTube or Khan Academy or Brightstorm. There's lots of great places that have videos and learning materials for the content that we have in our class. We also have an excellent resources at the college in our Learning Cafe. It's located back left in the library, and there's tutors there that can help you out with some of the concepts. If you do need some accommodations for a class, and many students access our accessibility services, feel free to contact them. I don't have their room number here, but it's from the center core. You sort of head eastish, not toward the bookstore, but another little hallway there, and they're over there. And so if you need extra time or other accommodations with an exam, a quiet space, if you talk to them, they can do some testing or something, or talk to you, interview, and get you set up. Okay, how you'll be evaluated, you basically get 5 exams. There's 4 module exams and then a final exam. The 4 module exams worth 15 apiece, finals worth 20. And then also there's 2 key things that I guess they're not a whole lot percent, but this is where lots of the heavy lifting happens. So doing online quizzes, and there's an online quizzes scheduled for every week on the content that we've done that week. And there's also homework, any of the assigned homework for the week. It needs to be handed in every Friday. And so those 2 are each worth 10%. The weekly homework is due at the end of Friday's class. If you're not done at that time, I'm still okay as long as you're finishing the homework. But I'm going to make a fairly firm timeline that all that homework has to be in. Like for Module 1, all the homework for Module 1 has to be in on or before the exam date. So I won't let you do I won't let you pass in the homework after that date. Okay? And if you look in the calendar, you'll know what those days are. The online quizzes, those are ones that you can do at any time you want. You can do them as many times as you want, and only take the highest grade. These ones, I do have suggested dates that you have them done. Typically they're Friday, or I mean a Saturday at midnight is when I have the deadline. But you can write them before that or after that, and you can write them right up until the final exam. Okay? For exams, there are no rewrites for exams. We are going to have you, where did I write it here? Oh, I didn't change this. Oh no, yeah, no, I'll leave that. There are no rewrite for the exam. So if you miss any one of these exams, you're going to get a 0 on it. However, if you get a 0, you can make that up on the final exam. The final exam is separated into 4 parts, and each part corresponds to the modules up here. So if, for example, you get a 0 on the trig exam because your dog ran away or whatever, if you miss the exam, you get a 0 on it. Then on the final exam, for whatever you get in that section on the 4th part of the final exam, I'll replace that 0 with that mark. Okay? So regardless of what your excuse is, I'm not interested in the excuse. Sometimes people have great excuses, sometimes not, but it doesn't matter what the excuse. If you miss the exam, you get a 0, but you can make it up on the final. Okay? If you do have any questions about that, the odd time I'll let students write an exam early, but I never let them write after that exam. So, yeah, don't even ask. Okay, general course expectations. I expect you to come on class, be prepared for class, be on time. When you're in class, be engaged. Don't be on your phone or computer, Facebooking the whole time, but be engaged in the class. Finally, for institutional practices, there's a bunch of things in here. You can read through that. I just wanted to make note of one thing, and that's this academic honesty piece here. When you are working on your math, when you're working on homework, online quizzes, when you're doing any stuff in class, I want you to ask for help if you need help. Like on the online quizzes, they're not exams, they're online quizzes. And so if you have a question on any of them, ask me or ask somebody else or ask somebody in the Learning Cafe, but get help on that. When it comes to exam time, that's when I want to know what you know. And so it's important that on exams there's no cheating. Don't bring in extra devices or be texting people during the exam or here I'm giving you ideas or bring papers in or often our classes are full, so there's somebody sitting right beside you. Don't look at their papers. Be honest in what you're doing. If I catch you cheating on an exam, then it's an automatic 0 for that exam. So please be careful with that. Recording classes. If you're interested in doing any kind of recording of what we're talking about in class, feel free to do that. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm looking forward to a great semester with lots of math. Do lots of work. Please use me as a resource. if you're struggling with any piece of this, use me. I love doing math. I know it's a little weird, but I love doing math. I love helping students with math. So if you have questions, please ask me. And also find somebody else that makes sense to you when they're talking about the math. So if it makes sense, go with that. It could be a YouTube video, it could be a learning cafe tutor, it could be a classmate. But find somebody that sort of speaks your math lingo and get help from them. Okay, looking forward to a great semester.